It is currently 1:38 a.m. in the morning, which is redundant, but will continue. I'm tired, but I've been sitting on this topic of Elon getting annihilated on Twitter for the past few days. It was a really entertaining topic, but I was scared to upload it because I'm really getting tired of talking about this nematode, dude. Like, he does something stupid, we talk about it, he does another thing stupid. It's like the patients in the Outlast Asylum just slamming their head against the wall over and over again until eventually maybe their head turns off. But, see, I had a spark of inspiration. A viewer made me aware of a YouTuber who recently shouted me out that goes by the name of Quite. Some of you might know the guy. He's a big content creator. Green hoodie, mask, guy I watch sometimes. This is crazy. In his second channel, he made a video about the creepypasta song. I made one of those recently. And in the beginning of the video, he has this.
So I got this comment on that video I made about the guy with the crazy morning routine. This Dr. Whimsy fella said, bro copied Savarino, rip.
That's me. That's me. First of all, shout out Dr. Whimsy. What a snipe. Thanks. I appreciate it. So Quite essentially said that he saw that I made the same video as him, and then Quite saw the creepypasta song and thought he would take that as a topic for a video, which, first of all, I'm honored. Very glad I could help. Let me return the favor, because if you go and look at his channel, he has went ahead and talked about the Assassin's Creed and Elon situation himself. So you know what? Let's dive into this empty swimming pool face first and hope not to break my neck, because guess who already has the footage all recorded but has been too scared to edit and upload it because he didn't know if the result was going to be good? Where'd that finger come from? This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. It's actually a wrench. Hi, ladies, gents, and everyone in between that. This is serious. I need to talk about something for a second that happened. And this is going to be probably a relatively short video, but it's also going to be a yap-filled one. So if you like one of those, sit down, relax, enjoy the show, and don't unbuckle that seatbelt because I locked it in place. Anyways, there was a situation on Twitter recently with Elon Musk. Wow, who could have ever expected this? For those of you that have been around with this channel for more than 5 minutes, because there are a lot of new people here, so if you join with the music videos, thank you. I very much appreciate it. We'll get back to that, regularly scheduled. I like the music niche. But I have this thing that I like to do, an annual Savarino bullying Elon video. That was a lie. No, it's about like a bi-weekly. I hate Elon. I don't like the guy, all right? I'm not a big fan of the guy, because, I don't know, to explain it very briefly, I just don't like that he's tricked the entire world, or not the entire world, maybe like a few tens of thousands of people on Twitter into thinking that he's not just constantly putting the square in the triangle hole when, buddy, it goes in the square hole. And that's not even bringing up the massive roster of hate groups that have been suckling off this dude's breasticles for the past few years, or that he's been running our government like it's a goddamn Discord server, because I guess he's the president or something. Dude, we are so cooked. Help me. He's not that smart, and he likes to make a lot of people think he is. And recently, there was this whole debacle that went down with him versus Assassin's Creed. What's happening? I'm gonna have to defend. I'm cheering on Ubisoft in this situation. The world is upside down right now. I mean, I've made videos in the past kind of like defending this recent Assassin's Creed game because it's Assassin's Creed Shadows. Sorry, I'm just learning how to speak English. I was only born yesterday. And the whole idea was people have been giving a lot of backlash because it included the Black Samurai, which is a questionably historically accurate thing, but so is Leonardo da Vinci being a literal god. Hi, fact checkerino, or actually, hold up, the bit's funnier if I actually have that. Fact checkerino here to say I don't know what pack I was smoking there. There's no godlike Leonardo da Vinci in the Assassin's Creed games, nor is there a godlike Leonardo DiCaprio. I checked both, but there's a Wikipedia talking about how he's in the game and he's apparently the assassin's best friend and is an assassin, I guess. But also there's like gods. You see, upon my research, I learned in the Assassin's Creed verse there's a race of precursors called the Isu that invented Eden, like from the Bible. But a black guy in Japan, oh my god, dude, you're taking it too far. That's too much. That's getting too woke. Like, Assassin's Creed has always deviated from the norm a little bit. But I think due to a bunch of people on Twitter having questionable morals and the guy having a darker complexion, it's caused a bit of backlash online. And so recently, Hassan, which is a very political content creator, made a tweet talking about how he's going to be playing the game. He's going to be doing the game and he's going to be playing the game a little bit. Playing Assassin's Creed Shadows once more. Get in now for gaming. Hashtag ad, buy it here. So it's a sponsored gaming stream. Streamers do those all the time. However, there was this one guy that responded on Twitter named Grums. I admittedly am not a big Grum's lore enthusiast. I don't know a lot about the guy, but I know he used to work at Blizzard, and now he's a full-time grifter on Twitter. Like, I'm pretty sure he posts, like, up to 50 to 60 times a day, just random, like, slander with the occasional game update, but most of it's just like, there are women in this game? Ew! Like, it's a weird, I don't know. People on Twitter, you get money by getting interactions. And so the popular meta on Twitter is just to get people as angry as possible, because the angrier you are, the more likely you are to argue. And so a lot of grifters are like the most popular part of the platform, unfortunately, due to the way that Elon structured it. Because the whole idea is you pay money to Twitter to get a blue check mark, because verification means nothing anymore. And then that pushes you to the top of comment sections. And of course, with this of newfound power, interactions then give you money. So you make people angry, you get them to argue in your comments, you get money from that. And Twitter, as a result, has perfectly refined the process of rage baiting as an entire platform, which has just made people argue nonstop all the time, which I personally hate, because people arguing and getting angry at each other is a net negative for the entire human population. But of course, this is where people like Grums thrive the most. And that's why I also think that a lot of comment sections are filled with bots, because that's a great way I think I just exercised something. It's a great way to get interactions on your app. Shout out Elon. Definitely not a bot enthusiast, guys. But anyway, there was this whole thing he made where he was like, you can tell a lot about Ubisoft with how much Ubisoft, so I guess there's two of them, with how much money they're throwing at a terrorist platforming streamer. Elon, the owner of the website, the absolute mastermind who has nothing better to do with his day than balance spoons on forks, responded to this right-wing grifter guy and said, Hassan is a fraud. Actually, no, sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, which is apparently a word you can kind of just use now. It doesn't really even need to actually make sense in the sentence. He's promoting a terrible game just for the money, which is definitely not something that Elon's he's never done anything just for the money. His dad doesn't own an emerald mine. He definitely did not invent any of his company, or I guess he definitely did not invent, the sarcasm's getting past you. He's a literal billionaire, dude. Don't talk about doing things for the money. And then, of course, this is where my favorite part happened, and the biggest ratio that I have seen, albeit potentially the biggest ratio in Twitter history, except for that one time that that Swedish girl ratioed Andrew Tate. I think that might be like the 5th most liked tweet on the app ever, but this is a pretty good one. So Assassin's Creed then responded and said, is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Then outdoing him by a whole, literally on the dot, 700,000 likes. Oh my god, Elon, you gotta delete the app at this point. Like, how can you be not only the world's most divorced man, but also the world's most bullied man simultaneously? Like, I would become a supervillain. Or, I guess, more of a supervillain than he already is. But if you'd allow me just for a moment, hop into my carriage. We're gonna take a secondary path, because I want to actually explain what Assassin's Creed meant by that tweet, just because an extra instance to embarrass this ketamine addict before the video comes to a close is a gift for me. So, let's explain. See, Elon has always been the gamer's gamer. He's a gamer by heart. Ever since he was a little homunculus in a jar, he's been playing games or something. And so, he wanted to prove this by posting a video on Twitter showing that he is the #1 Diablo 4 player in the world. My god. How does he find the time in between not doing anything and neglecting his children? Well, let me show you. He posted video evidence, so it can't be fake, of a under 2-minute run for a tier 150 Diablo thing. I don't know what the fuck they are. But, of course, this is impressive. 2 minutes, under 2 minutes, albeit, is the world record for this part of Diablo. And you can see real and actual concrete proof of this when you check the leaderboard and see he is not on it. The leaderboard must be woke. Alongside this, there have been a few instances of Elon going live on Twitter.com, because you can stream on that hell site. And he streams himself playing things like Path of Exile and Diablo. And he has some crazy endgame gear, like some of the best stuff you could get. They're not even content creators who play this for a living have the stuff that he has unlocked. But despite that, he didn't know how to use any of it. That's strange. And this has led a lot of people to believe that Elon just doesn't play his games at all whatsoever. He just pays people to level him up for him, because he doesn't even know what the items are. So, I mean, it would make sense, because I feel like Elon working to earn anything in his life would probably cause him to melt like the Wicked Witch of the West when water was dumped on her head. And of course, just like most arguments that Elon gets into on Twitter, it kind of just dissolved like a wet fart. It wasn't really that interesting. Like, Grums ended up just taking a screenshot of the conversation and running away into his little corner and saying, like, nobody pays Elon to play PoE 2, which no one claimed. I understand that literacy is difficult, but you are a developer at a company, please lock in. And he says, how much do they pay you to play Assassin's Creed Shadows? These are the real shills and grifters. Dog, he said it was a sponsorship. This ain't no psyop. You can read. I guess he can't. read. So it's fair. Never mind. I can understand the like issue there. But Elon responded to Grum saying, Hassan is such a chicken shit fella that he blocked me. XD, XD. Which I guess means that he won the argument and didn't get ratio by 1 million likes. It's crazy how that just gets covered up so fast. But Elon did respond to Assassin's Creed. Not directly, of course, because that would intend him getting hurt again. So he ended up having someone else post for him and go like, stop bullying my daddy, where they put a post up being like, killing the demons in the video game calms the demons in my mind. Oh my god, he's so cool. He had a video posted where he's just playing Diablo and pushing the same key on his keyboard over and over again. Here, let's take a quick look. Let's get up close. Watch this. I think he's just pressing the W key over and over again. Dog, I think you can hold it down. They might even have a keybind for that. Anyway, but of course, I guess that means he's a gamer. He posted 1 minute and 34 seconds of him playing a game, so he clearly earned every level. That's about it for now, though. I just was scratching my neck like a crackhead in rehab because I haven't bullied Elon in long enough time, so I had to make this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I understand politics are boring, annoying, and everyone's tired of hearing about it, but this wasn't politics. It was gaming and gamers and gaming gamers. And so I hope you enjoyed. Let me know about your thoughts of all this in the comments down below. And of course, I'll see you in a better produced video soon. I just wanted something a little easy and low effort to put out, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and as always, adios. Arrivederci, goodbye, good night, and I'm gonna go get on a real man's game, Fortnite Battle Royale.